Hi there guys, welcome to my channel. This is Nayeli, and for today's video I'm going to be trying out a lot of lip products. Half of these are lipsticks, half of them are lip tints, and they are all from South Korea. And all of these are really popular on TikTok, so I decided to give these a try and do some swatches so you guys can see what these colors actually show up as on a tan skin tone. I'm actually going to start with 3CE. I was actually very curious about this brand. Ever since I started looking into Korean makeup, I found that this one was popping up quite a bit, so I've just been itching to try it for some time. This is one of their matte lipsticks in the shade Ruby Tuesday. It definitely looks like a deep color from the packaging. I'm really in love. It's so clean and geometric, satisfying to look at. It feels really nice as well, and if you have nails you can make the sound with it, which is fun. And this is what the lipstick looks like when I take off the cap. This is a swatch of the color. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one on. I'm not wearing any lip liners, so there's not a whole lot of room for error. As far as application, it does feel like it has a little bit more of a tug than other lip products I've used in the past, just in general. So as far as the color, it is very pretty. It is very pigmented and deep. I genuinely think that this is very beautiful. Definitely an elegant color, suitable for maybe a night out. And I certainly think that this is a tone that can go with a lot of deeper skin tones, even darker than mine as well. So I think this is a really good one. Moving on, we've got another matte lipstick, and it is from the brand rom&nd, and this one is shade Something number 12 from their Zero Matte Lipstick line. And I just want to say that the packaging is so beautiful on a lot of these products. I am very impressed. Whoever is designing these products, they're doing an amazing job. This one definitely feels very luxe, like it has a lot of weight to it. The colors and just the feel of it too is kind of like a soft matte type of feel. This is what this one looks like coming out of the box. And here is the swatch of it, the second one. This color is definitely very different, also really pretty. So I'm really curious to see what it looks like on. Okay, so this one feels a little bit smoother than the last one, although I feel like the pigment at the very beginning isn't as impactful as the last one. It definitely feels like you have to continue to apply more and more, which isn't necessarily a problem for me. I really enjoy how soft this feels. I definitely had to give way more strokes than I did with the 3CE one. This one was basically like one and done. You just had to be more careful about precision, but with this one I feel like you have a little bit more room for error. Is very nice and soft. I'm really happy with this one. It's such a nice bright shade for like the spring and summer season, and because of the warmer undertones, I think that it is gonna fit really well with people who have warmer skin tones. And as far as pigment, I think that this one is also really good, although you don't get that initial pop of pigment. If you apply more coats, then you will definitely get the color that you want. Kiss test was pretty good, so I think that the pigment will probably last you a good amount of time. Yeah, I think that this color definitely goes well with people who have tan or a little bit deeper skin tones as well. So I think we're off to a really good start so far. I actually just noticed that the color of the lettering is slightly different according to the actual color of the lip product. So I thought that was pretty cool. As you guys can tell, I got another one from rom&nd, and this one is in the color Before Sunset. What a cute name. I love that. Okay, this one's really, really pretty. Here is what this one looks like out of the packaging. And let's do a swatch. This one is a darker mauve tone. So precious. I can't wait to put it on. Oh, it's so pretty. And I will have you guys know that my favorite type of lip product is definitely a more matte type of lipstick. Oh my goodness, you guys, I love this shade and the formulation so much. It looks so soft and smooth. I think that this is a true matte. When you think of matte, this is where my mind goes, and I feel like not a lot of products give you that true matte look, but this is it. It just looks so soft and scrumptious. Chef's kiss. So good. This is definitely a more dusty rose type of color, kind of dipping its toes into mauve, but still has some nice pinkiness to it, just more subtle, not so in your face. And I love this for everyday use. I think it's definitely better appreciated during times when there's still light outside versus when it's dark. But I am in love with this one. So far my favorite, if you guys can already tell. And as far as pigmentation, just like the last one, you have to apply a little bit more in order to get this color. But it's not like you're working really hard for it, so it's worth it. I don't want to take this one off, you guys. I really like it. I feel like I make it so obvious when I really like a product. Did I mention that that one was good for deeper skin tones? Even though it doesn't pop as much as the other tones, I think that it'll still go really nice and well with deeper skin tones. I think that this one is a brand worth checking out. That color was very beautiful, and I would say why not? Yeah, I think so far as pigmentation, these are all doing a fantastic job. And I forgot to mention to you guys that the shade Before Sunset was number 4, because it comes with a number and a name. Okay, so now we're moving on to lip tints. This one I am excited about. This is not my first time trying on lip tints. I actually received the little brothers of these before this video. So initially I was going to come out with this video for you guys, but had a little bit of a shipping hassle, so that's why I've come out with this video after the one of the Ink Velvet Nude Brew. So if you guys are interested in checking out Ink Velvet Nudes, you can check out my other video. I will probably leave it in the eye somewhere up here. But I have number 1 and number 13 in Peripera's Ink Airy Velvet lip tints. They both seem to be kind of similar in color just by simple glance, but I can tell that number 13 has a little bit more pinky undertones to it, and it is also a bit deeper. Number 1 seems like it could be a tiniest bit on the orange side, you know, just a warmer tone in general. So we'll give both of these a try. Let's try number 1 first. Just going in numerical order. This is what the product looks like coming out of the little bottle. And although I am not a complete stranger to Peripera's Ink Airy Velvet formulation, I feel like every time that I put it on, I'm just surprised at how soft it feels on my lips. Rather than velvet, I think it's more like a mousse type of feeling. It feels so nice. Lip tints, I believe, are mostly known to kind of just apply some and then kind of smear it around. I'm normally used to just applying as much as I can with the wand and trying my best not to interfere with my hands, but this is pretty much the point of these lip tints, so I am gonna have to get my hands in there. The way that the light is shining, it looks very shiny compared to the other ones. If I'm not mistaken, these are supposed to dry matte, so we'll see how this ends up looking. Yeah, and definitely when you start messing with your fingers, the shine does tend to go away. Yeah, this one's really pretty. It reminds me of something from rom&nd. I totally forgot to do a swatch. Sorry, let's go do that. So initially a bunch of product comes out, as you can see, but I'm gonna put a little bit more in there. That's what it looks like after I've smeared it around a little bit. See, it's definitely more subtle than the one I tried from rom&nd. Also, if you guys know how to pronounce the names of these brands and I'm mispronouncing them, do let me know. This one's definitely a lot more subtle than the one from rom&nd. It has like the slightest bit of shine to it compared to the other matte formulas that we had seen earlier, and it definitely lives up to its name. Looks and feels like a tint. It doesn't feel overly pigmented, but you could also add a little bit more to it if you wanted to make it look stronger. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and add a little bit more. This is how it looks when I added a little bit more in. And because of its formulation, I think that it probably won't last as long as like the soft matte ones will. Because I've tried them before, it does last you a good amount of time, but Obviously, if you're gonna eat, drink from a straw or something, you will definitely have to reapply for sure. But if you're not eating for an extended period of time, they'll probably last you maybe like a good 5 hours. But definitely by the end of the day, don't expect it to look exactly the same as it did when you first applied it. Pigmentation, I wanna say in person it just doesn't feel as strong as it may look like on camera, but it is still a very beautiful color. I think that it definitely does show up on my skin tone, and it will show up on people with deeper skin tones as well. And this one definitely gives me more of those Korean beauty vibes, because that is the way that a lot of women wear their lip colors. A lot of women seem to opt for lip tints currently. It is definitely a nice and cute little look. I think what they tend to do more though is that they apply a lot more of the color, focusing on the center part of the lips and then just kind of spreading the excess onto, you know, the edges. But I like to keep things a little bit more cohesive, so that is why I'm not doing it that way. This is what number 1 in Ink Airy Velvet from Peripera's lip tint looks like. And here is number 13. Let's take it out of its little bottle. Here's what it looks like. I really like this pink so far. Okay, it's definitely a lot more red than I thought it would be. Why does it seem like this one's drying so much faster than the other one? Look like it just drank some blood. Or red wine. Kind of like how this one gives you more of a gradient type of look, but it is so pigmented that you can't make mistakes, guys. Well, this one actually looks so pretty. I feel like then this one reminds me of the 3CE one. Why do I keep forgetting to swatch them? Oh my goodness. That's the initial swatch, and that's what it looks like, spreading it out a little bit. I feel like the last and the first are kind of similar. I give that similar vibe. A cherry type of color. It's really, really pretty on my lips. In real life, I feel like it looks better than it does on the camera. It's not quite doing it justice. I really, really like it. It's so pretty. As you smack your lips and as you kind of use your fingers a little bit more, the shine tends to go away a little bit. So it gives you a tiny bit more of that matte look, and that is what I like. Again, because this is a lip tint, it is very reminiscent of K-dramas, K-pop idols, people in the skincare community of South Korea. And because it is so deep and rich, I think that it will definitely work beautifully with people who have darker skin tones. So yeah, this one is a home run as well. Alrighty guys, so we are just about reaching the end. This is the final lip product that I'm going to be sharing with you guys for today's video, and it is the Etude Fixing Tint. This one I think got a lot of recognition on TikTok because of its non-transfer powers or abilities. This one is in the shade Cranberry Plum. I feel like that is a good name for this color. It does seem plum, but you can also kind of tell the pinkiness from cranberry in this as well. I would probably say it's more plum than cranberry, but it may look a little different on my lips. I found that the packaging of this one was kind of interesting. I genuinely enjoy that it is such a large bottle. Definitely seems like we are getting another mauve tone here. This is what it looks like out of its bottle. So let's try it on. This one definitely has less of a scent as compared to the Peripera ones. The Peripera ones are actually quite fragrant, but it is a really cutesy kind of young smell. And then this on my lips instantly feels so nice, so like refreshing yet light. So light on my lips. And you guys, I really like mauve tones. I love mauve in general, just the color, but I feel like sometimes it doesn't always go with my skin tone because my undertones are warmer, and mauve as a color has cooler tones to it. So I feel like it's not always the best match, but I still keep trying it out. Now that I smell it a little bit more, I'm getting a hint of coconut smell in it. I like it. And I feel like this one is drying a lot faster than the previous ones we tried before. So I think that it'll probably hold up to its name. Final kiss test of the day. So the funny thing is, I think that because there was a lot more product going into the middle part of my lips, that's what's showing up. But if you notice, the outer part doesn't transfer a lot of that product. This one is so pretty, you guys. And this is what the color looks like. Overall, I think we got a really nice amount of pigmentation from all of these products. I think the formulators are doing a fantastic job. When it comes to lip tints, I feel like you're just not gonna get as much pigment as you would for a regular lipstick. That's just kind of the way that I think about it, whether it's true or not. It just kind of depends more so on the brand and their own formulation. Even despite that, I think that there's still a whole lot of color coming into these products. And as far as the ones that I showed you guys today, I think all of these are going to be good options for people who have tan or deeper skin tones. I feel like this one kind of matches my eyeshadows for today. Once this one is dry, it definitely looks a little bit more matte than, you know, your regular lip tint. It doesn't have a whole lot of shine to it. And I think that that's probably why a lot of people mention that it doesn't transfer over to masks. I'm obsessed with this color. I didn't know if I was gonna like it or not because of that little explanation of the undertones I told you guys about before, but I found that this color is just really pretty, and whether it fits with my skin tone or not, I don't know. I feel like it does. And whether it fits with the tones or not, I don't really care. I still genuinely really like the color, so I will definitely get a lot of use out of this one. One thing that I wanted to mention about the Airy Velvets though before I finish is that once you apply these on, and I don't know if a lot of people experience this, like it feels just like the slightest amount of tingle. Not like eucalyptus or mint type of tingle, but you can definitely feel like there's something there. And it's not like a plumping tingle either. Like it doesn't hurt, but it's just there. So if you are someone who is a little bit more sensitive, that is something to keep in mind. I don't think that it should deter you from getting the product. If anything, maybe just give it a try, purchase one, and see if you enjoy it or not. I feel like after some time you just forget about it anyway, so it's not like you're gonna be feeling it throughout the day, but I thought it was worth mentioning just in case. The more and more that I look at it, I really like this one from Etude. I was gonna say this is my favorite, but it's kind of hard to pick a favorite when they're all so good and just so different in their own ways. You could even separate them between mattes and lip tints to see more or less what you prefer. I think that the Periperas are really wonderful lip tints. The lip tints give you such a cute look, but it's just different from a soft matte lipstick. So it's kind of hard to compare which ones I prefer. It just depends on the look that you want that specific day. I do think that they are all wonderful in their own way. I'm curious to try a little bit more of 3CE just because this is the only color that I purchased. I think that I should probably try to find other colors, maybe like a mauve tone in this one too, or you know, just not something that's so striking and out there. I'm also really curious to try out more of 3CE because I feel like since this is the only color that I purchased from them, I'd like to see what other colors show up as on deeper skin tones like mine. And I'm still not entirely sure how I feel about the formulation. I think it's good, but I need to continue to try more. The Etude, I'm definitely happy with this one. I am also curious to try different colors, but I'm very happy with the one that I have right now, so it's not really something that I'm gonna run to purchase more because I know that I already got a really good one. Peripera, I feel like because I've already tried it before, it didn't really mess with my pre-existing thoughts that I had about it. So this one still continues to be good. And for the new ones that I tried from here, I genuinely really like this. Maybe the only thing that I'm not as much of a fan of is that you have to apply a lot of it to get the right amount of pigment. But regardless, I think that it is worth it. I don't use a crazy amount of makeup day to day. I use it more for like special occasions. So it's not like me applying more coats is going to make me waste the product a lot sooner than not, because A lot of lipsticks that I've had from the past, I've had them, you know, for quite some time and they never run out. So I don't think that that's really going to be an issue anyways. If you're someone that uses a lot of makeup, then maybe that could be something to think about, but I just personally don't think that it is for me. And if you're a person who is kind of minimalistic with your makeup, I don't think that that's going to be an issue at all. And like I said before, as far as pigmentation, they all provided a really wonderful amount of color that I think will look great on a lot of different skin tones. I think that it just kind of depends more so on your undertones at this point, but the color payoff is definitely there. And I think that all of these are well worth the hype, and I think TikTok did us good this time. Let me know if there are different brands that you didn't see here, or just different colors that you may want to see me try on. Any suggestions are well appreciated. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!